My dad died very suddenly, and everything I know about surviving impossible life moments started when I was 13. I developed a accidental strategy that I now use as a therapist. I call them sick days. A sick day is not, I'm not a person today, I don't have responsibilities. A sick day is I'm doing the absolute bare minimum to cover my responsibilities so that I can fully yield to the intensity of what I'm carrying inside. So for me in high school, what that looked like was making sure that I was getting good grades and never get less than like a B. And I was doing the absolute bare minimum to maintain my GPA because I would just not go to school. I'm at the maximum days of absence from school before you get like expelled. How many more days can I have for I wouldn't have said at the time for my grief. I would have said for sleeping, for taking baths, for watching The Price is Right. But really what I was doing was I was bearing intolerable grief. And now in my adult life, my sick days look pretty similar to what they looked like growing up, except that they're much fewer and farther between. I go to work, I see all my clients, and then I sign off, and then I get in bed. I watch endless episodes of reality television, and I don't cook microwaved quesadillas. You know, my clients are so quick to label their big feelings as depression. The thing that I just went through, for sure, probably would have met the criteria for depression, but I don't tend to think of it like that. I'm happy to add that in the mix. It's not the primary way that I'm thinking about what's happening to me. I'm not thinking like, oh, my brain chemistry is off, or oh, I'm having a depressive episode. I'm thinking something has just activated my deepest wound. I need to create a lot of space to hold that, to hold the surfacing of that wound. When it surfaces, that is the impossible life moment. It's like, here it is again. The best I can do in some ways is to yield to it and to trust I'm both the vast ocean of grief and I am the shoreline that contains the grief. And I learned how to do that in high school when all the other kids were learning AP US history. I was learning AP grief management. A sick day is a day that we let the tide come in, let the waters rise, and we begin to learn how to trust that the shore will contain it, that no matter how big the feeling gets, that we have the ability inside to hold what comes in. We do that by managing our basic responsibilities, and then we give ourselves permission to be undone. If I had had someone to frame that as a skill that I was learning to develop rather than a failure, I think it would have made a big difference for me. Tell me in the comments, what do you do on your sick days?